Hey guys, Ryan here. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today I want to share my thoughts as far as using social media to increase your print-on-demand sales. Now, the first distinction I want to make is that when we say social media, there's really two ways of using it to increase sales. And that's really, and I mean, both ways that I'm going to share are both trying to accomplish the same end result. We're trying to get eyeballs on our products that will convert into a sale. But the first way is probably the one that we thought of initially, and that's doing it all organically and free, right? We want to build a following on social media, whatever that entails, however much time that entails, etc. Build a following and then get into people's feeds, right? Whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, but we want to get into their feeds, get in front of them on demand, really. We want to be able to create a post that they see and then they interact with, whether it's hitting a like button, dropping a comment, or clicking a link that takes them off the platform. Now, getting to that point where we can effectively, on demand, get out in front of people organically for free, that's easier said than done. It's not that it can't be done, but man, your time is money, and that's gonna require quite a bit of time and effort. The counterpart to that is running ads, okay? Now, social media websites are notorious for offering great targeting because the user base just volunteers so much information about them. So that's why social media advertising has been such a proven effective method of advertising online. Now, this video was not meant to talk about the advertising aspect. I just wanted to clear up that when I talk about social media, I'm talking about what you probably thought about, which is building an organic following and using that to promote our products for free to increase sales. Now, there's a couple additional things that I want to drill down into and explain why I'm taking kind of a contrarian angle on the concept of using social media to improve sales with print on demand. The first and easiest line to take is that, guys, like social media websites, they're in the business of bringing people to their platform and then keeping people on their platform. So if we want to increase sales by appealing to our audience, our followers, whatever you want to call them, our user base, people that subscribe to us on Twitter or liked our Facebook page or joined our Facebook group, if we want to get them to buy from us, most likely what are we doing? We're sending them off the platform. Now let's pretend for a second that you and I work for Facebook or work for Instagram, owned by Facebook of course, or work for Twitter. What are we gonna do about this problem we're having where people are taking our users and sending them elsewhere? Hey, it's pretty easy to solve, especially me as a web developer. Tweak the algorithm to suppress the views that posts get in the feeds if those posts are intended to take people off of the platform. Now, I don't work for Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, but I guarantee you that if that's your goal, then your posts will not get the same organic exposure as a post that is, let's just say, controversial in some way, or that, a post that really is getting good engagement. That's what I was really trying to say. Not controversial, but controversial posts do tend to get good engagement. Whether it's, watching video clips, they measure all these things. These are quantifiable. How much of a video you watch, do you hit the like button, do you share, do you comment, etc. The more of that happens, the more exposure a post gets. You know what I mean? Like every account that you follow on Instagram, you don't see every post that they make in your feed, right? You have to, I don't know, we trust the algorithms to tell us. And these algorithms, they are very carefully fine-tuned to do things like what I said, to keep you on the platform, keep you engaged. They want to show you engaging content that you might be interested in. What's a good signal of interest, by the way? Whether or not people are engaging. The more people engage, the more interested that the algorithm thinks you may be in it, and then they show it to you. If it's sending you to a different website, if it's sending you to Amazon, then it's in Facebook's best interest to tweak their algorithm to not show that to as many people because they don't want to take people off of their website. So hopefully you get what I'm saying. I feel like that was a long-winded way of describing it. I'm good at taking the long-winded approach of explaining things sometimes, but what I'm really trying to say is that your time is money, guys. So I don't want to talk you out of trying to build a social media following that you can appeal to at will with the intent of taking them somewhere else to buy, but just be strategic. For instance, like Facebook Marketplace just got launched So you may be able to sell print on demand through Facebook Marketplace. Now, all of a sudden, Facebook may be okay with showing other people your posts on your Facebook page to your followers, or your Facebook group to your followers. They may be more okay with that because you're keeping them on Facebook, right? But if you're sending them elsewhere, all of a sudden it's a little bit more of a problem. So just be strategic in that regard. Now, the last thought that I wanted to leave you guys with is actionable advice as far as how I would go about leveraging social media to increase exposure to your products that could potentially yield you more sales. After just talking you out of it, I'm gonna actually tell you now how I would go about actually attempting to do this, accounting for the fact that your time is money, because you always have to remember that is true. Nobody can deny that your time is money, and time that you spend building a social media following that may or may not lead to sales is time that you could spend designing more products, doing niche research, listing those products for sale. So you're balancing building a social media following against the money that you'd project to make from actually creating and selling new products. Now, obviously, if you guys subscribe to my channel, you know which path I would recommend taking, but here's the actionable advice as far as social media goes. There are two popular websites that come to mind. I'm sure there's other ones, but two popular ones that you can use for free today, right now, to automate sharing your Etsy product renewals. So you know how on Etsy, every time you get a sale or every time you list a new product, it renews? Well, you can hook into your Etsy account so that every time you get a renewal, it will share that product to Facebook, to Pinterest, and to Twitter. All right, and you can do this for free right now. So these two websites are called If This Then That, which is actually ifttt.com, and Zapier, zapier.com. I'll put links in the description to both, but if you check out those websites, they make it very easy to set up so that you can still have your social media presence established, and you can actively have new posts and new content generated for you that's targeted directly to your Etsy product listing pages, right? So, I mean, it's about as good as it gets as far as streamlining something that otherwise would be pretty tedious and time consuming. It will literally just do it for you. And the trigger, the event that makes it work is renewals. So every time you create a new product, that's a renewal. Every time your product sells on Etsy, that's a renewal. It's gonna fire. It's gonna blast it to, well, you have to configure it, but you can configure it to do Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. That was as far as I went. I'm sure there's other social media platforms you could also have it post to. But yeah, guys, that pretty much summarizes my thoughts on building social media followings the organic way and trying to leverage those to increase sales to our print on demand products and websites and really wherever you're trying to send traffic. I'm not against it. I just think that you should approach it in a very strategic way and always remember that time is your most valuable asset. But guys, thank you for watching till the end. I love hearing feedback. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, I'd love to hear either way. Hit me up in the comments below. I try to read and respond to everything, and I really do appreciate that you took time out of your day to listen to me share my thoughts, and I'd love to hear from you. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And if you like this video, all I ask is let the YouTube algorithm know, hit that like button so that they show it to more people. And if you're not subscribed, hit the big red button. And if you'd like to be alerted the next time I drop a video, hit the little bell icon that pops up next to it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at ryansmethod.com. Thank you.